Hi, I welcome you once more again to my channel. Today we are looking at the applications of quadratic function. We have done a lot of video about quadratic equations. But today we are looking at the applications. The application can be seen in a rocket launch, and it can be seen in projectiles. It can be seen in gravitational force. It can be seen in economics, whereby you want to maximize profit. And I will be looking at all of them, but not in this particular video. I'm going to cut it into two sections so that it doesn't belong. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so, or if today is your first time being here. A rocket is launched from the rooftop of a building, and the path has been able to modeled by this function here. The h is a height, which is measured in meters, and the t is a time in seconds. How many seconds would it take to hit the ground? You're not on the ground, but you're standing somewhere on the rooftop or somewhere. That's how planning for the rocket. Normally they set it on a mountain, so it's sending somewhere on a mountain, and you want to hit a target on the ground somewhere here. Here, how many seconds is it going to take for you to hit a target? Because you have to know all this thing. The computer is going to do all this thing for you, like in the actual military aspect of it, but you have to know what is behind the computer, and that is what we are going to do right now. So when it hit the target, which is on the ground, h of t is equals to 0. This will be 0. When it hit the ground, there will be no height. It will be flat on the ground. So if that is the case, then we are going to get negative 5 t squared plus 30t plus 10 equals to 0. It doesn't matter if you bring the 0 on the left hand side or the right hand side, but this is what normally students are used to. It's always on the right hand side. Okay, so here we have a lot of quadratic formula. We have been looking at factoring, we have been looking at completing the squares, we have been looking at quadratic formula, and we came into conclusion that completing the square and the quadratic formula can solve all quadratic equations. So for us to suit the systematic, let's go ahead and use this quadratic formula. And as we are using this quadratic formula, you have to know this. This is the discriminant. This tells you how many solutions you're going to get. If you get positive, you're going to get 2 solutions. If you get negative, you're going to get 2 imaginary solutions. There will be no real. If you get exactly 0, you're going to get only 1 real solution. And this piece here, we are going to need it today. And this here is your vertex. This one is telling you the vertex, what is happening at the vertex point, the maximum point. So this one also helps you. So quadratic formula is very, very important. It's a very powerful formula. We're going to get our A, B, C. So our A is negative 5, B 30, C 10. But before then, let's find this one to make the work much easier for us. So b squared minus 4ac is going to be 30 all squared minus 4 times negative 5 times 10. See, they are all together, so they are multiplying. We get 900. Negative, negative become positive. So 4 times 5, 20. 20 times 10 is 200. When we put all together, we get 1100. So now we're going to plug everything back. When we see here, we're just going to put 1100 over there to make it much easier. So we want to find how many seconds a time is just going to be negative 30 plus or minus square root of 1100 all divided by 2 times negative 5. T negative 30 plus or minus square root of 1100 will be 33.167 all divided by negative 10. At this moment, we are almost done. We need our 2 answers. So as we look at the plus, that will give us one of the solutions. So negative 30 plus 33.167. or divided by -10. Can put this in the calculator. It's going to give you -0.32 seconds. We are running it to two decimal place for the final answer. And then our next solution, which is T2, now we are considering the negative, is just going to be -30 minus 33.167 divided by -10. So when we put this one together, we're going to get negative, and then negative divided by negative will give us positive. So here is going to be -33.167 divided by -10. That will give us positive 6.32 seconds. Here is the case. We need only one, it happened only one time. Why are we getting two answers? Now you have to come to reality. You shoot a rocket. So it's going to take a time before it will get to the target. Why are we getting the negative? We cannot go back to future. We are moving forward. So we have to reject this negative and we have to accept this. So here, that time have to be 6.32 seconds. That's acceptable one. How high is a rocket after 2 seconds? So here, when t is equals to 2 seconds, we can use the original equation. H of t has been given as this, but this time around the t has to be replaced with 2. And trust me, this is much easy, but it can be really hard for some students. You're just replacing here 2. So h of, you can say just 2, 5, you get 4 here. And forget about this 10 here. So plus 30 times 2, which is 60, plus 10. Here, going to get -20, plus this one is positive, we put it together. And when here, negative and the positive, the final answer have to be positive, and then it's meters. So here, after 2 seconds, the rocket will be at a height of 250 meters. What is the rocket's maximum height? Remember, we said that this is the vertex. So we are going to use this one to help us. So here we're saying t is equals to -b over 2a. So this will help us the time that it gets to the maximum height, and then we will plug it back into the given model to get the maximum height. So here t is equals to -b, and then a was -5. That's -5 here. Yeah? We are getting t to be -30 divided by -10. We don't have calculator, that's how you do it. And that is it, that is 3 seconds. So now we are going to plug back each of 3 seconds. Whenever we see t, we will replace it with 3 seconds. As we did the 2 seconds to see where we are going to be. So we get -5 times 3 all squared plus 30 times 3 plus 10. It gives us -5 times 9, because 3 times 3 is 9. Here will give us 90 and then 10. Here will give us -45 plus 100. And when we do a deduction, we will get 55 meters. So at 3 seconds, the height that the rocket will be at 55 meters. That was the maximum height. So all this calculation that we did for 1, 2, 3, you could also graph it. And when you graph it, it gives you all the answers. That means they were standing here, and then they threw the rocket, and this is the maximum height. You see that 3 seconds and 55 meters. And then when they hit the target, the level will be 0 and the time will be 6.32 if you run it to 2 decimal places. Let's look at another one whereby you can able to estimate, like you're doing a business, if you can able to module your staff into quadratic, it can help you where you're going to make the maximum profit. You can look at every stage. If I sell it at this, how much am I going to earn and all that kind of stuff. So here they want us to find what is the maximum profit the company can expect to earn. So they have something that they are selling, the items that they are selling, and they want to find out if we sell it here, at this what point can we get our maximum profit? Okay, so let's go ahead and find the X is going to be the items and the F of X is going to be the profit. So first of all, let's go ahead and find how many items we have to be selling to give us a maximum profit. So as we are talking about the maximum profit, that means we are talking about this here. Okay, using X is equals to negative B all divided by 2A. This is our A, B, C. X is equals to negative 500 and then 2 times negative 10, which give us negative 500 over negative 20. If you don't have calculator, just cancel that, and then 50 divided by 2 give us 25. So as we sell 25, it could be $25, it could be 25 dirhams. It depends where you are. That will give you your maximum profit. Now let's go ahead and plug it back into here to see our maximum profit. So f of x is equals to 25 will give us negative 10 times 25 squared plus 500 times 25. We're just replacing that minus 4,000. So as you do, you get negative 10 times 25 times 25 is going to be 625 plus 500 times 25 will give you 12,500 minus that. So you get negative 6,000. 2050 plus 12,500 minus 4,000. So you combine this and this, you bring this one here. 12,500 minus, you put these two together, you get 10,250, and that will give you 2,250. Here it could be dollars, it could be dirhams, it could be cedis, it could be pounds, depending the currency that you would like to use. So the maximum profit the company could be expect is around here, and they have to sell it at this cost. Thank you very much for sticking with me all the way to the end. Please, if today is your first time, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so anytime we drop a video, then you will get it. We're also going to look at the geometric aspect of it in our next video, so watch out for it. Bye bye.